This could be a heated argument. It could be a very controversial subject. But here it is anyway. I want you to think about what you hear me say to you right now. And I want to trust that you have a degree of intelligence and a degree, maybe stronger degree of common sense. And that you will understand and even overstand exactly what I'm trying to convey to you. And that is simply this. Things are not as they appear as it relates to the medical industry. I want you to understand that the medical and pharmaceutical companies are in business to make money at the expense of the people, and that they don't care about our health. I didn't say the doctors and nurses didn't care about our health in general, but there's a bigger picture. I have been in business for a long time, and I observe really good, and I have found that pharmaceutical companies prefer profit over people. They can't make money from you and I unless we're sick. Think about it. If a doctor has no patients because everyone is healthy, how in the world is the doctor going to treat anyone and get a paycheck? How's the hospital or the medical center going to make money if there are no sick patients? Now, why are we sick is the question that we need to be asking ourselves. Now, pharmaceutical companies don't care about human beings. They care about their immediate circle, their families. All of the CEOs of all of these medical organizations, to include the American Medical Association, every medical association for the most part cares only about its immediate family. And many of the things that they prescribe or that they sell to the public, they wouldn't take and they wouldn't give it to their own families. That's a fact. So, did you not also know that doctors get compensated for writing prescriptions? Where do prescriptions come from? The pharmaceutical companies make the medicine. Then the medicine is shipped to the pharmacies that dispense the medicines. Doctors write the prescription for the medicine. Your insurance company picks up the bill, or you, if you have the money to pay for the prescription yourself. You see the translation? Excuse me. Do you see the money passing hands right here? Do you see how it works? So let's say you were healed. The doctor has lost a customer, not just a patient. He's lost a customer. So he's not going to receive that amount of money anymore. What if the doctor lost 200 patients and he or she has 300 or 400 patients? That's about a third or half of their income, and the institution's income as well. So what they do is they maintain us so that there's constant money flowing, so that they can always bill you for something, so that the money never stops flowing into the machine. Do you see how simple that is? It's as simple as the big nose on my face. It's simple. Simple to understand, that is. So, here's the big question. Why do they do it, brother teacher? Here's where you make your mistake, and where I have made my mistake when I was real young, but not in the past 20 years, because I know better now. What makes us trust a doctor? What makes us trust a medical institution or a pharmaceutical company and say to ourselves that, oh, they would never harm us. They would never do anything wrong to us. They would never give us medication that's going to have all of these side effects that causes liver disease, liver cancer, heart problems, kidney problems. They would never do that to us. What makes you trust them that they wouldn't do that? Do we know these people personally? Are they family members? They don't know us. We, my friends, are collateral damage. There are good doctors, but those good doctors are compromised in their ethics. oftentimes. Because if they want to stay in that industry, they have to follow the rules, or else they are out of jobs. But I thank God, I thank the Almighty for that handful of doctors that decided to tell the truth. Some of them have moved out of the country. Some of them was ostracized. Some of them were threatened to be disbarred, if you will. Excuse the expression, disbarred. It sounds more of a legal term. But anyway, disbarred from the medical field. And a lot of them have counted up the cost and say, I can't lose my job, so I'll go ahead and follow the rules if I want to have this luxurious position as a doctor. But I applaud those doctors that stood firmly on their square, firmly on both feet, and said, I'm not going to compromise my ethics. I'm not going to compromise morality just for $1. I'm going to start my own practice somewhere that will accept me, or I'm going to go into holistic medicine or homeopathic medicine or naturalistic medicine, and I'm going to teach the people the right way and tell them that you don't need all of this prescription medicine, all of this stuff that's made in a laboratory that ultimately damages our bodies and then kills us all for the sake of $1 for the industries that created it. That's what's really going on. So let me tell you this. When you go to your doctor from now on, make sure that you are armed with some knowledge. Start studying. Start studying herbs and plants. Start studying some of the things that they're giving you and seeing what the side effects are, what's the ramifications of taking this particular thing, and see what harm it's doing to your own body. Get you a PDA. It might be a PDR, a physician's desk reference, if you will. That's what it is. But find out about the drugs that you are taking and all of the side effects and how it could possibly kill you down the road. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. Emergency medical care should be the primary medical care that we should ever really think about. Because if I fall off of a building 2 or 3 stories, I want emergency medical care. I do. I want it just like that. I want it for my child, for my mother, or whoever. It doesn't matter. But to have a regular physician who I go to on a regular basis for a checkup and so forth, and then him giving me immunizations and flu shots and vaccines and things like that, where some of these things are contaminated with mercury and various other chemicals that are harmful to the human body. For real? Are you serious? Stop putting that crap in your body. Stop giving this crap to your children, because you're affecting your children's health in a negative way, and they're going to suffer as they as they grow older. It makes absolutely no sense. And a lot of times, because you've never been taught any better, you just follow the trend of what's going on without ever stopping and using your own brain, your own common sense. You don't need to be immunized. For what? Before I leave, think about this, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Animals that live in nature can live their full term of life without a disease. Polar bears, seals, sharks, whales, tigers, lions, gorillas, and they're outside, out of doors, in nature, and none of them catch diseases. So how in the world can a human being who lives inside of a home, 4 walls and a roof, be catching diseases, and we don't live outside like the animals do? Are you going to tell me that their system is different than ours? Come on. This is something for you to think about. We live indoors, away from outdoors, and we catching all of these diseases. We're contracting all of these diseases, and we need to be immunized for all of these diseases. Are we that sensitive to things, and the other animals are not? You need to wake up. That's really what you need to do. That's what we all need to do. We need to wake up and smell the coffee because the coffee's burning. It really is. So, the answer to what I just said about us having these diseases and we're living inside an enclosed area, if you will, in our homes, is that it has to be the things in our environment. The pollution, the chemicals, the chemtrails, the chemicals that are in our water, our food supply, all of the processed foods, the GMOs and so forth. That's what's doing it, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to be more cognizant of what you're eating, drinking, putting on and in your body. That's it, and that's all. What do you think?